Hey guys, happy Monday. Becky Thames here live for The Drive at 5, and the sun's in my eyes, and now the sun's going to be in your eyes, so I will see how I can do this. So listen guys, I wanted to ask you, is your self-doubt stealing your success? Is it stealing your success? And the reason I ask this is because I talk to a lot of people, like almost every day. Hi Eric, thanks for joining. And I hear things like, well, I started out drop shipping and I didn't do well, or I was doing retail arbitrage and I couldn't find anything, or I private labeled one time and it failed. Hi Cynthia, thanks for joining. And it didn't do well. And so, hey Kelly, and so I just can't do this. Well, listen guys, if you're struggling with self-doubt right now, you have to get over it. You have to, because you have to push through whatever it is that's holding you back. You know, a month ago, so June the 3rd, hey Chris, June 3rd I joined Weight Watchers, or I'm sorry, May 3rd. So yesterday was 1 month, and in 1 month I lost 6.2 pounds in 1 month. So then I said, well, if I lost 6.2 pounds, I wonder what I would have lost if I had gone to the gym as well. Now, remember, I always run on the treadmill or walk on the treadmill at least 3 times a week, because that's my goal, right? But I wonder what would happen if I went to the gym 3 times a week. Now, in addition to eating healthy. So today, well right now, I just walked out of the gym. Like I just finished at the gym. I was in there for an hour. Now, could I have not gone to the gym? And yeah, I could have, but what am I doing? I'm pushing through. And I'm not perfect, guys. I had fried chicken on the weekend. I love fried chicken. I can eat fried chicken like every single day, but I know that it's not good for me. Hey, Kathy. So I wanted to talk about self-doubt because you're going to have it, right? You're going to have it. And so what you need to do first is you need to set yourself some real expectations, because if you're planning to jump on Amazon and make $1 million in a month, I'm sorry, it's not going to happen. It's not. I mean, you might get lucky, and even if you got lucky, I doubt you'd hit $1 million in a month, right? I didn't hit my first million in a month. I did hit 10K in 90 days because I set a goal and I was going to do whatever it took to make it happen, right? And so that's what I want you to do. I want you to set yourself up with some very, very positive expectations. And listen, you're going to hit bumps in the road. You're going to. There's things that you don't know that you don't know. And guess what? There's things that I don't know that I don't know yet, but I'm learning as I go. I'm failing forward every single day. And that's the kind of attitude that you have to have. And in addition to that, you need to surround yourself with positive people, because if people are planting negative seeds in your head, guess what? You're going to have negative sprouts and you're going to pass them along. For example, I was just in there on the treadmill for 10 minutes before I hit the weights, and there were people in there watching the news. And I was like, they're watching the news and I'm over here listening to some motivational guy talk about running as fast as you can on the treadmill. And he was like, do you have desire to lose weight? And yes, I have desire. And so my question to you is, do you have desire to sell on Amazon? And a lot of you are probably saying, yes, I have desire. But here's the next question he asked. Do you have burning desire to learn how to sell on Amazon? And do you have burning desire to lose weight? And that's what I was listening to, and not everybody, but a lot of the other people were watching the news, just getting those negative seeds planted in their head like every single minute, right? I didn't judge them because it's a judgment-free zone in there, but I just said that's not what I'm going to do. So, and don't be doubtful, because you deserve it, guys. You deserve to be able to sell on Amazon. And I know a lot of you are, may say, well, in my childhood this happened, and in my childhood that happened. Listen guys, I had a messed up childhood too. CNN, constant negative news. That's right, Kelly, constant negative news. And that's big. My childhood was very unstable, but am I going to keep saying, oh, my childhood? Because even on the treadmill today, the guy was like, you can't keep looking in the rearview mirror. You have to keep looking forward. And so that's what I want to tell you today about your Amazon business and everything else. And it reminded me So, you know, I listened to Danny Johnson. My car's a rolling library, or my old car is a rolling library because I had a CD player. Well, now I have all of her items on demand, but I do still have all of the CDs. I mean, I have her whole Danny Johnson University, and I'd like to bless someone with them because there's a lot of good information. Like, I have Prospect and Close Your Way to Millions and War on Debt and Time Management and her script books, like every single thing. Her spiritual equipping book, she's really, really good. And that's the first mentor that I listened to. And you know, even with my private label course, I had self-doubt. I hired a mentor, paid a mentor, and did nothing with it. Nothing. I was too scared. I was like, well, I don't know anything. I mean, the only way that I know is what I've learned. And she's like, Becky, you know, people they don't know that you can go to this, to, you know, you can watch TV and see a commercial on TV and list that item, but you know, list that item and make millions of sales from an ad you saw on TV. And I'm like, well, everybody knows that. And it's kind of like me. I had lunch with my realtor friend today, and I was like, hey, you need to do some videos, right? And she's like, but doesn't everybody know that they should pick up their underwear off the floor before they show their house? And I said, well, obviously, if you're saying that, they don't, you know? And so maybe it's something you need to think about. And I think about it with my private label course. I had to push through because I was like, well, who wants to listen to me? Why bother? Even my mentor that I was learning from, he said to me, he said, Becky, why don't you just spend that time that you would make a course and just research more products? And yes, I could, but selling a product on Amazon is not what motivates me. Yeah, I sell them every single day, but I want to help you earn your first dime online. And for those of you that are just joining, if you don't know who I am, and let me know if you're watching me for the first time, put in the comments like hashtag first time, or if you're watching the replay, put hashtag replay, because I'd like to know. And another thing, everybody that's watching, let me know where you're watching me from, because it always amazes me that this little old girl from North South Carolina with one stoplight is inspiring people all across the globe. I mean, from I don't even want to start naming the countries because I'm sure I'll forget some. Greece, Vietnam, China, India, Bahamas. Anyway, it's so amazing. So I want to end you in the note. Ooh, that sounds bright. I want to end the video with an example that I saw at a Danny Johnson conference. I was at, I think it was called Creating a Dynasty. And there was a guy there. His name is Sean Harper. He was 6'3", about 290 pounds, and he used to play for the Indianapolis Colts. And he was a big guy, and he said, don't try this at home. So I'm going to say to you, don't try this at home. But he was talking about when you go for a goal to push. And push means push until something happens. Push until something happens. And what he did is he had one of those really red, thick, hot water bottles, the red ones that you get from the grocery drugstore, and he blew his breath into this red water bottle until it popped. I mean, he kept blowing and blowing and blowing, and guess what? It popped. Now, he said don't try that at home, and you don't try it at home either. You might can see him do it on YouTube, but it was incredible to be there and to see that happen in person. So that's what I wanted to share with you today. I want you to push until something happens. I had another lady that sent me an email today, and she was like, you know, I'm getting ready to retire, and I want to do private label for retirement. Can you help me, you know, because of my age? And I was thinking about that, and I've helped my son, who was 12 years old, learn how to sell on Amazon and made $500.12 on his second day selling on Amazon. And I always want to say Miss Barbara, but she's from, see, I almost did it again. I was going to say she's from Chicago, but she's not from Chicago. Her name is Barbara, and she's from Illinois. And she's 83 now, and she was 78 when I first met her, and she's gone all the way on to private label her own products. Hey, Marianne, thanks for joining. So I don't want your self-doubt to get in the way. I want you to push until something happens. And just remember that you can do it, and I'm on your side. I want to be your cheerleader. I want to be your guide. I want to be the one that you said, I earned my first dime online because of you, Becky, and you inspired me. So now I'm going home to take a shower and spend time with my family. So I hope you all have an amazing Monday, and I'll see you tomorrow on The Drive at 5. Bye.